artist that review old LEGO classic space sets from the time period 1978 to 1987. Today we will review the LEGO set 6822 Space Digger. The Space Digger was released in 1981. It came with 28 bricks, and with that set, one classic red spaceman as seen here. And included with the spaceman there was a walkie-talkie. Let's now take the dimensions. If we take the length of the craft with the arm extended like this, I measured this to be 120 millimeters. The height to the top of the antenna was measured to be 70 millimeters. And the width of the craft on each edge of the thrusters were measured to be 44 millimeters. If I place this on a scale without the minifigure on board, I measured that to 21 grams, which equals to 0.75 ounces. Let's talk about the design. Well, here we have a little craft. That can fly over the surface of a moon or planet. And on the tail section you have a robotic arm or manipulator with a claw at the end. I always like these claws very much. They kind of looks a little aggressive in some way, like a dinosaur maybe. And it can be operated up and down, of course, and it has several joints, so you have flexibility on that. And you can also rotate the arm like that, so you can swivel around. Okay. The craft is also equipped with a pair of reaction control jets, which also I think is part of the main propulsion of the system. These two could be the main propulsion to go forward, and these two for going backwards. And you have an antenna for communication. You have the classic steering wheel in gray and black, and you have some lights like these red one stud plate bricks there for front lights, and navigation lights here on the side. Little nice detail. On the bottom part you have these four elements or bricks that support the craft for landing as an undercarriage. And included in the set was this brick as well. You have it there, but also an extra which is shown to be held in place here by the claw. So in respect to design, not so much to say. It's a simple design. Yeah, it's a small set, of course. I can kind of like it in some way. So I have decided to give this as a score of 4 of 6. Respect to playability, I came up with the same score. You have the walkie-talkie, you have the robotic arm, and you have something to bite on. So a nice little set to play with and explore new worlds. Nostalgic force. Well, I remember this set myself. I'm not sure if I ever had it. That's something that I kind of do not remember. I remember the set, I do that. So I have some warm feelings for it when I see this. So I think I will give this as a score of 4 for nostalgic force. All in all, for toy score is then up to 12. So let's talk about this craft with respect to rocket engineering. Is this something that we could see being built and used? Well, I don't think so. This craft, by looking at it with my eyes, this is something that could fly low, not too high, over the surface of a planet or moon to explore. It's no aerodynamic capabilities here, so this is purely in hard vacuum of space operations. And to do that, it will require some energy, and energy means that you have to store it before it can be used. So where is the volume for that? So with our technology, using either monopropellant or bipropellant type of propulsion, this would have short range, very short range. The astronaut is sitting very exposed like this. He's just sitting on this plate. There is no side support at all. So in case this tumbles over, he is in very much risk of getting hurt, more hurt than he may have needed to become. The reaction control thrusters, well, some indication on that here, but if you look at, if you fire those and you have the hand down like this, you will have the jet colliding with the arm. That's not very good. And if you fire one of these, you will rotate like this, most likely, or this one, you would rotate like this. So I would believe that such a craft should be able to hover, go like this, go down, and forward and backwards. That's the main thing. To some degree, pitching, but to less degree, I think. And you don't have any thrusters here that indicates such a capability. You have to imagine that you have some thrusters beneath here that provides liftoff and hovering capability. Okay. There's no instrument cluster here, so where to operate the radio? Hard to say. Or other controls that you need to operate. And talking about this one, this is kind of not so far off. There exist types of manipulators or robotic arms like this. So this would also have a rotational here, I guess. Not only at the base, but in principle, yes, this is okay. But where is the control for this arm? I don't see anything about that. And also these arms require power. And why would you need to have a craft like this flying, just collecting one stone or whatever and fly it where? I don't see a huge logic of having a craft to do this type of work. There's no storage area either for items you would collect, and you would never just collect one item at a time. So in respect to rocket engineering, I have to be a bit hard on this craft. It's just 1 of 6 from my side. So that means in total score for this craft, we are up to 13. Let's have a look on the instructions. I have that. Here you have the instructions in not the best condition, but it's still quite readable. And as often, you start assembling the astronaut. Then you start, of course, building the craft, the lower part of it. Then you include the lights. Then you do assembly of the robotic arm. Include the steering wheel and then the reaction control jets on step 6, and on step 7 you are finished when you place in the antenna and plug in the astronauts. Then you're ready for your missions and adventures. A little fun thing with this set was that it was included with actually 3 pictures of examples of other things that you could build. Here is the first one, kind of exploration or scouting type of craft. A little cool design on that. Here's not a craft, but some sort of a scientific measuring station maybe. And the third example you could build out of this is this smaller version of the space digger, you could say, with the claw at the front end. And it's a more compact version. Oh, kind of cool little craft there. Okay, that's all for now, and thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please do not hesitate to provide them, and if you like my reviews, then consider subscribing as well. Bye for now!